Hi, and welcome back to OT with Rayleigh. In my previous video, I provided a foundation for what PTSD is and the co-occurring conditions associated with PTSD. I went over triggers, DSM-5 criteria, and how OT can help with PTSD reactions. In this video, we will discuss barriers to daily functioning as a result of PTSD and further discuss how OT can help manage these barriers. When looking at the DSM-5 criteria in the past video, the main criterion OT addresses is the disturbances in social, occupational, and other important areas of function. Identifying the barriers to these functions is important due to reduced function within a veteran's day-to-day life can often lead to self-isolation or failure to return to work. Occupational therapy can play a key role in helping individuals return to work. They can assist in building work skills relative to a specific job, identify potential adaptations, or help increase confidence by increasing one's independence. Research shows those who have higher combat exposure experiences are often more likely to have a decreased quality of life, partake in substance use, and have higher risks and rates for separation and divorce. These contexts are important due to the impact they have on occupations and participation in meaningful activities. Occupational therapy can address quality of life through enabling participation in occupations which the individual takes pride in. This in turn can increase their relationship with their spouse and limit their substance use intake. Barriers to function often lead to a decrease in resilience. Resilience is important because it is the ability to adapt during a negative situation and create a more positive outcome. Without resilience, we see a decrease in problem-solving skills, optimism, and even a drive to achieve goals. Although this is a personality trait, occupational therapy can incorporate graded challenges during treatments to help promote confidence and resilience. For example, PTSD limits engagement in work, as we previously discussed. Therefore, occupational therapy can create a more challenging or less challenging environment when improving work hardening skills to help increase one's resilience. In the previous video, we discussed triggers of PTSD. A trigger is a person, place, sight, sound, or smell, which creates a reaction to an event a person endured. The reaction which is caused is called a stress response. A stress response can be flashbacks, avoidance of a person or place, hypervigilance during situations or at all times, or loss of interest in previously enjoyable activities. Stress responses often hinder both physical and mental health. Flashbacks create a feeling of being overwhelmed. They make it feel like the person is re-experiencing their traumatic event in the present moment. This then interferes with one's ability to function normally. For example, they may experience a flashback while driving, and this causing them to run off the road. Someone may also experience a flashback while watching a show they enjoy due to a trigger causing them to turn off the show. Similar to these situations, avoidance is another stress response associated with PTSD. Avoidance occurs when someone refuses to encounter a person or place due to the triggers that may be present. For example, someone could avoid crowded spaces or public spaces in general due to triggers that could be present. Other individuals may have environmental responses, such as never facing their back to the door. From an occupational therapy standpoint, this is important to identify due to their decrease in social participation and their involvement in work. PTSD can also cause negative feelings as a stress response. An individual may feel anger, fear, shame, or anxiety due to the trigger. These feelings can create a barrier within relationships, engagement in employment opportunities, or participation in daily activities. Occupational therapy can focus on creating coping skills to decrease these feelings when they arise. Hypervigilance is a stress response of one becoming overly aware of their surroundings and causing a decreased focus on the task at hand. When engaging in occupations, this can look like constantly scanning your environment, having difficulty concentrating due to the fear of what if, or zoning out due to being hyper aware of the area instead of the task. Occupational therapy can decrease this response through forming goals which lead the individual to complete a task without distractions. They can also implement coping skills which redirect their attention when completing a task. PTSD reactions often cause barriers in specific occupations. Leisure and social participation are two occupations that are hindered by these reactions. Lack of participation in leisure activities can increase stress levels. These activities can include performing self-care, taking time for yourself, or relaxing for a short period of time. Another barrier which is seen with PTSD is a decrease in social support. Decreased social support can lead to heightened levels of PTSD reactions and diminished engagement in occupations. Social support can be one's family or the community around them. Community support often plays a role in PTSD reactions. Research has found that programs which assist in life transitions can ultimately help veterans. Another barrier relative to the community is there is a decrease in understanding and/or shared experiences from those within the civilian community. Lack of understanding or support can cause self-isolation, which is often initiated by stress responses. These stress responses may cause an individual to feel emotional numbing, avoidance, and hypervigilance. That's a wrap on our second video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the future videos to further understand the role of occupational therapy, specifically within the veterans population, and how to find occupational therapy near you.